I is live. No, I don't like that. Tom, how you doing? John, how you doing? Everybody having a great day, I hope. That means I'm live here, so get rid of that echo. How's everybody doing tonight? Nathan, Fox and Ground, how you guys doing? Hey, John, I was looking at those Quest detectors you were talking about, that 60 to 80. Those look like some great detectors. Like, good price, too. Mark, my brother. Mandy, Marlon, how's everybody doing tonight? 7 in the house already, and I'm 5 minutes early. Awesome. Yeah, it does, John. That looks like a really good machine for the price. I'm like, good to see you, Marlon. 1 kilohertz to 80. Man, that'll be sweet. Oh. Well, anybody get out and do any detecting? I got out for 3 hours Sunday, and it's a lot down the street. It used to be part of a farm. And Jim, how you doing? LV Blackhawk, welcome. Dirt Claude, welcome. And the contractor let me metal detect it, but it's so trashy. I picked up 2 bags of trash off the ground and I dug 2 bags of trash. That's all I got. Getting all the garbage out of the way. Cynthia, sweet Cynthia. Yeah, John, the only thing I noticed about those quests, they're not simultaneous. So it's only one at a time, I believe. But that's still cool for the price. And dang. They dropped their older models. Greg, how you doing?
Well, let's see if my volume works this time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Doing okay so far. Man, I got to
Okay,
close my windows. I forgot to.
there we
It
go.
was noisy.
No, I got rid of the other. Hello, Cynthia, Jim, John.
So how you doing, Greg?
Good, good. How about you?
Not too bad. Got out for 3 hours on Sunday metal detecting.
Nice.
Yeah, all I got was trash, but I expected that. That's a contractor's lot. It's just full of garbage. So I
Uh,
got to get that out of the way first.
all right, forgive me if I can't remember your first name, Mayor. Mayor, what's Mayor's first name?
Marlon.
Oh, I should have known that by sorry, Marvin. I should know that by now. John.
Somebody's saying yeah, Apex is simultaneous. Yeah, but it's only like two frequencies at a time.
So So, are you still working on getting that legend from John? John?
Not right now. I'm still recouping. My bank account got compromised for like the second time in 3 months. I'm waiting to get the
Oh
money
no,
back. Yeah,
that's no
my
good.
fault. Yeah, just one of them things.
Well, the thing is, down the road anyway, someone will have a used detector for sale
Yeah,
that you can, get a really good
or
deal on.
or actually, if he doesn't, if I recoup it soon enough, if he doesn't have it, I can buy him off Amazon for payments. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but John from Finders Keeper was talking about the Quest V60 and V80 they're coming out with. They're not out yet, but this thing got like 80 frequencies and it's like $600.
Quest. Who makes that?
They're made in China. Now I
Okay.
know that the Hunter talked about them because they had a lot. Technetics had a lawsuit against them at one time, but they settled out of court. Hi, Otis.
Mhm.
But it's a whole different machine now. So
Ah.
they're Chinese, but they come with a 2-year warranty, waterproof, the whole 9 yards.
What's the thing? I mean, the Chinese should have just as good technology as us. So, that's the thing.
Yeah. Dave, how you doing?
Right. And Chad, hello. PA. I like Hunter. No, that's a channel I watch.
Reformed Knox user. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Oh,
Hey guys, what's up?
hey, Mark. What's up, Mark?
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Oh, living the dream.
Living the dream. There you go.
Living the dream.
Yep.
Marty. Who else is here?
Hi, Marty
Marty's
V.
here.
So,
Welcome.
where did you detect that, Bill? Around your place?
No, just down the street, there's a vacant lot. It's going to be built on. It's owned by a contractor, by a housing outfit, but
Oh, that's right. That's
they let me hit it. But it's just, I mean, the first hour I spent picking trash up on the ground so I wouldn't be running a detector over it. So,
Right.
and then I spent 2 hours digging trash. So,
Well, we've gotten so much rain that it's gonna be another at least a week before we can. And then see all our sites have like 2 foot tall grass. You can't even get till they plow it. We can't even get to it.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm still trying to get hold because this way there's still a farm down the street from where I live, but I haven't been able to get hold of the owner. Get out and hit it. And I discovered here, no matter where you go, there's going to be a lot of trash because of the wind. It's just everywhere.
Hey, Tony.
windy, really windy there.
We had 60-mile-an-hour gusts yesterday.
Oh my God.
Hey, David.
Fun
Fun
with dirt.
with dirt.
Hello.
Hello, Fun with Dirt.
So, Mark, have you been able to get out at all?
When did I go out?
Hey, turn your volume up a bit, can you?
Hot dog digs.
Give me a minute. Let me check something here.
Okay.
So mine's still good. I don't know what was going on last time I got on.
Yeah, yours is still good.
I've never had it do that. So it must have been some little glitch.
Hello?
I wonder if Finders Keepers has got out at all.
Any
No, he's
better?
on. Nah, you're still kind of bad there, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pop out and come back in.
Okay. It's like you're muffled.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I dug a lot of aluminum and pull tabs and just crap.
We got a spot that we went last. It's the craziest. Okay, so like 2 years ago, right, Bill? I have another friend that I detect with that's a deputy sheriff.
Mhm.
And he's really good at finding sites on historic areas. So he goes, hey, I got this place. Let's go check it out. So we went there, right? And there was an old house that sat there. It was a cool looking spot, looked like the perfect spot. And we were there for about, I think, 3 hours. And I got one Wheatie, right? And I mean, we were all over. He didn't even get a coin. So my buddy the next year, Larry's going, "Hey, I got this place I want to check out," so he's describing it. And I go, that sounds familiar. And when we pulled up, I said, "Oh, yeah, we detected this place last year. I got one Wheatie." So he goes, "Well, let's check it out." And then we went in there. That's what I mean. That's what's crazy about this hobby. I went over places I'd been before, and we were, I found an SLQ. He found a Walker. We ended up finding, not a ton of coins, but we did pretty decent. And so, why?
Weather, the conditions of the ground, the weather.
Testing. Go ahead, Mark. Well, now you're completely muted.
That's because I didn't say anything.
Oh,
you sound much better.
That's much better. That's much better. Hey, NorCal.
Guido. How you doing?
Guido's here. Wow.
Jim Steele, Blackbird. Make sure I'm not missing anybody.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, so I went by myself. I spent about 4 hours. This was, I think, 2 weeks ago, before we get all this rain again. And I found this little race car. It was only, I don't know, about an inch long. And I thought it was a little kid's, toy. But when I got it home, I was looking at it, I go, that looks familiar. So I Googled it, and it's the little race car from Monopoly. And it's from the 30s.
Greg, your volume went down.
It did again? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Oh, my goodness. Is it going to do this again?
Oh,
Oh, you're back.
I'm back, but will it stay there? See, it has a thing where you can click automatically adjust mic volume.
Yeah.
So I click it. And we'll see if it stays there. Anyway, it turns out it's the little race car from Monopoly, and this one's from like the 30s, the one I found,
nice.
which was pretty cool. That's like one of my coolest relics I think I've ever found. And to find something that small.
I'd love to find something like that, either Monopoly or like Nathan found a couple years back. Nathan was metal detecting, found a little gun. It came out of a Cracker Jack box.
Oh, cool.
It was a little cast iron pewter or
Right.
hot metal gun. It used to have a squeeze ball. That was so cool.
Yeah, this one's in pretty good shape. I was surprised. I was really surprised. I was just like, what?
Well, the kind of metal they made them out of, the stuff doesn't rot in the ground. So
No, whatever they made this out of, it's in great shape. But this is what's crazy. It's the same place where we found a bunch of coins. I found a square nail. And the place, we hadn't found anything from, older than like, I did find a barber dime that was like 19, I think, in the teens, but no Indian heads. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's up with the square nail? I'm trying to figure, I guess maybe somebody could have dropped it.
Yes.
And it's funny because when I first got into the hobby, the first couple of sites I detected, I was finding them, right and left square nails. So I thought, oh, this is going to be cool. I'm going to find these things all the time.
Thank you, Marlon.
Then that disappeared. Dirt digging without house. Otis.
Yeah. Well, it's like John made a statement on one of my streams about a place that I was hitting back home. When I get back there, I need to hit it again because I was finding really good stuff on this trail. So I found like button hook, an old axe head, some other stuff, and I was like, I only done maybe just a real small portion of that trail. So
right. I found a really old axe head. I wish I had one of those. What is the thing they use to clean them up? Electrolysis.
Yeah.
I would love, because this you could tell it's in, it could be in really good shape if I could clean it up. Have you ever done that or messed with it, Mark?
Oh yeah. John, Finders Keepers, took me out to an old property, and I found a double-headed axe head. It looked beautiful. brought it home, cleaned it up, did electrolysis. It's got a crack all the way down it.
Really? Jeez.
And I don't have a welder, so it's just sitting on my workbench right now, waiting for I don't know
Someone to
what.
weld it.
Yeah, but it's just waiting for me.
Yeah, I've got a. We found a site. I think it was last year that. I think it was a pretty good farming site because we were finding tons of farming tools. You know, big iron tools and just different stuff. Oh, there we go. For some reason,
Be right back.
who's leaving? Paul's leaving. Night, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul. Who is Paul? Mark? Do you know?
Hot dog digs.
Oh, okay. He's out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll see you, Paul.
Yeah, John, I just wish it didn't have that crack. That's probably why it was discarded. It was the way it was split.
So I saw Charlie finally got his Manticore.
Oh, there
What
you
he bought?
go.
He
Yeah.
bought one. He drove to a store and bought it. The one he
Oh,
ordered
is that-
still-
Yep.
Yeah, the one he ordered still hasn't come in.
Wow. What in
That's
the world?
ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah. A friend of his told him, hey, this guy's got one left. It was an hour's drive, so he went and snagged it. So now what he said he's going to do is when he gets 1,000 subs, he's going to give the other one away as a
Whew.
prize.
But he really oh, what in the world? He really someone said something about my volume. Hang on.
Yeah, Jim. I don't have a welder. I think it's one of the reasons I'm keeping it, in case I do or I find somebody who will weld it. But right now, it's just collecting dust.
Well, what, Mark?
That double-headed axe I found with John.
Uh,
What's up, Otis?
How's it going?
hey, Otis, how you doing?
Ooh.
Mayor says
Hell, go
that
on.
no, Charlie makes really good money. He
Ah,
works for a company building electronic parts, Marlon, and he's a supervisor.
I was gonna say he's
Oh,
awfully
no,
generous. Awfully generous in those giveaways.
Well, he puts in a lot of overtime, so I imagine he can write it off on taxes.
Oh, maybe that's what he's
Some
doing.
reasons to it.
Because I know since I started watching on Sunday, he's given away at least 2 Grey Ghost fine bags. You know,
Heck, what for Christmas he gave away a Knox 700. That's the one Danny boy won.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I mean, I
Yeah.
knew Danny won one, but I didn't know Charlie was the one that. Wow.
Yeah. Well, Rob helped too, but he had to talk Charlie into it. Charlie didn't want to have him pay for any of it, but this Charlie, I can't remember how many times he threw a $25 gift card on one of my streams.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's just a great guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
he is.
Charlie is.
I just wish he could find a V-nickel. I
Oh,
told him.
he will.
I really would like. It's got to hurt that he was doing the hunting longer than his brother, and his brother found one first.
I told him with that Manticore, it's just a matter of time.
Well, yeah, but he's got to find some place that you just don't find him.
That's the
before.
problem where he lives.
Yeah.
Because I mean, here we live. V-nickels, dime a dozen. Hey,
Hi,
Dennis.
Hi, squirrel. Don't
Otis,
forget,
where-
Dennis has a gifting thing going on.
Yeah.
$20 will buy you a duck in his races, and chance
Dennis.
to win diggers, bags, a 540 Vanquish Pro Pack,
I'm
Or
trying to
a
figure out how I can
Knox
sneak that.
700.
I'm trying to figure out how I can sneak that by my wife. Really tight. She gonna go, what?
Just do what me and Bill did. We
What's
got
that?
divorced. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't get divorced. The last one died on me.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other ones.
But the 3 before that, yeah.
Hello, squirrel.
Oh,
Mikey.
Otis, where are you at? What state are you in?
Virginia.
Oh, another. A lot of guys from
Mr.
Virginia.
Mike,
Yeah. Swifty actually lives
17
like
in
8
the house.
minutes away.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Squeak. I haven't seen him. He was in here a couple of times in a row, and then haven't seen him since.
Bill, what state are you in? I can't remember.
Tennessee. I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh, you're not
And
that
if I ever
far.
get together, Charlie's brother John lives here. We're gonna get
Oh,
together
does
and
he?
hunt sometime.
Didn't know Charlie had a brother.
Got at least one.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're still going to try to get back to California, Bill?
Your volume went down again.
Oh no. Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Marlon said something earlier. Check to make sure you got something set, and I don't know what was that.
I seen it. I can't remember what he said.
I can't either.
Marlon, what did you say about my volume? Oh, PA Relic Hunter says he has a niece in Clarksville.
Everybody has. I mean, Ski Searcher has in-laws here.
Where's the auto mic volume? Where's that at, Marlon? Where do I?
I
think it's under settings.
Yeah. Yeah, Otis is right. It's under settings.
That's the one I keep hitting. Yeah. So I go to settings and I go to auto and it says automatically adjust the mic volume, right? Is it the one you guys are talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And I have it clicked.
I don't know.
And then it still, let's see.
Sometimes I would just click that off, and then you could just manually adjust it, and it'll just stay in one spot.
Oh, I may have to do it. Where? Oh, okay.
So I have three microphones. I have a default, a communication.
Showing it's on auto, Marlon. Okay.
Does that make any difference what microphone I use?
That could. I know, like, when I'm on Mark's and he uses Restream, my computer, it's not the mics, my computer doesn't like the Restream platform. It works fine in Zoom, StreamYard, and YouTube because I've tried every camera and mic I got, and they all work with everything except Restream. So it's not the actual mic or camera, it's the computer for some reason doesn't like it. And I don't know why.
Because I have three microphones I can pick, so I don't know if that would make any difference or
You
not.
could try it, but like I said, it might not make any difference. I know when Mark can tell you when I was trying on his, it just none of them worked.
Yep.
Can you still hear me
They
now?
work and cut out, work and cut out.
How about now?
Looking forward to him, John.
Oh, you can't hear me, can you?
No, I can still hear you great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I double check. Have you been out, Otis? You been out detecting?
Yeah, me and
Oh,
Scoop
nice,
went out
John.
a couple days ago. I ended up getting, I think it's a mid 1800s trouser adjuster buckle.
Cool, man.
He
Nice.
Very
found
cool.
a World War II military button.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
And I see a
thanks,
bunch of
John.
fish. I see a bunch of fishing poles in the background.
Oh yeah, that ain't even all of them. I got a whole another pile over there.
So where do you fish at?
Just right down the road, there's a place called Deep Point Landing. It's kind of like a smaller private boat ramp, but it's got areas off the bank that you can fish. Not a lot of people know about it, so it's really nice.
Is it a lake?
No, it's on the river. If I'm not mistaken, it's the Piankatank River. I could be wrong.
Inca tank. So what do you catch?
Thank you, Diana.
Kind of brackish water where it's at. You can catch catfish. I've caught rockfish. I've caught.
Oh, so what you're saying is you have saltwater fish that can come in too?
Mhm.
Gotcha. Like stripers. Stripers can.
That's kind of a nice little spot because people that freshwater fish, they launch their boat and then they go upstream, and then or upriver, and then people that saltwater fish, they just go downriver. But there's some big bass upriver, big bass.
Largemouth. What kind of bass? Largemouth?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hey,
John,
John.
do I notice a little bit of Star Trek in you? Huh? Like, engage.
Hey, John, finders keepers. We don't want to hear or see your digs. All right. He said he's got some Manicore digs to post tonight. Are you saying he's a Star Trek fan, Mark? Was that what you were insinuating?
Yeah, because he said like engaged, like Captain Picard would say. What's
Don't
his
hold
Dennis?
it against me. I've never seen a Star Trek.
Everybody check out Dennis's at KCMD. Check out his Pay It Forward event. That's what it's called.
All right, there we go. You said you've never seen Star Trek, Otis?
Or
What?
Star Wars.
Or Star, really? Not
Phil,
your thing,
get
huh?
this off of here.
I think my subscribers are just cut in half by just saying that.
Kick him off, Bill. Come on,
Hey, it's
hurry
not
up.
for
Kick 'em off.
everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. No soup for you.
Yeah. I'm fine with somebody who doesn't like that stuff as long as they don't say that they like Babylon 5, then I'll kick them out.
Ah, boy.
No, I'm good there.
So has
Good night,
anybody else
Mikey.
got out the metal detector?
Good night, Mike.
See you, Mike.
Thanks for stopping in, man.
See you, Mike.
So you found anything else? So you found the adjuster, trouser adjuster, and a World War II button.
Yeah, Swoopty found the World War II button. We found all that on new permissions. This guy, he's got this property. He's got an old house site that there's only like slight remains, like you can see bricks in the ground and stuff like that. So you know there's stuff there.
Right.
I found a thimble, which I can cross off my bucket list. Been finding a lot of pocket knives here lately. I found
Oh. Any
four
now?
so far.
I've found just about all the U.S. coins, but what's on top of my bucket list? Two things: an old lock, padlock, and a skeleton key. Those are the two things. None of us have found me and my detective buddies. 20-cent piece, no problem, but no, no padlock or a skeleton key.
Yeah, but a 20-cent Carson City Mint 20 cent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole
Found
other
one of
story.
those?
That's a whole other story.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or actually any Carson City Mint. For
Yeah,
some
I was
reason,
gonna
I
say,
see
Bill,
more of
anything
those
from
out of
PC.
state than I do in California. They were just minted over the border.
I got a buddy. He just got addicted to metal detecting. I let him borrow my Simplex, and he's got this piece of property that he pokes around on here and there when he's got time. And the last two finds that he found was a trine and a 3-cent nickel.
See, two. Oh man,
Hey,
Oh,
Bugsy.
John
John
was asking you
Keepers
what-
asked what machines do you swing?
oh yeah. Bill just asked you that.
Oh, I swing the Legend. I've gotten real used to the Legend. I know it inside and out,
Nice.
so I've been sticking with that. I've got a Simplex as a backup machine.
Yeah.
But I'm letting my buddy use it. He actually just created a YouTube channel. He's called the Hillbilly Scavenger, which is a suiting name for him.
That's a good name. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Plugs, Paco. Yeah, I've got a Legend too.
Oh, do you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so does Mark. You got one too, right, Mark?
Yep, that's why I'm called the Reformed Knox user.
I like it. I like the Legend.
So
I do
I
too.
love it.
I wish the menus and the settings were easier to navigate, but other than that, it's a great machine. I love it, especially with the 6-inch coil. Love it.
Yeah, well, so I'm in California, right? And so we don't get the metal, iron, and all that stuff you guys get, right? And most of our coins are 4 inches or less. So I just use the factory, the default setting. I never change anything, and the thing finds it all.
Oh yeah, that thing loves coins.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Yeah, the first time I took it out, I forgot how many, maybe 15. Got a Washington, a Merck. Oh yeah, it was all, and I didn't know what the readings were yet. So I was just like, what the heck? What is this? So although the nickel, I've had the nickels as low as 20, I think 24 and up to 27.
Mhm.
And somewhere in there, nickels.
What did I miss, John? You said just kidding. I gotta go back and chat.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Mark hates the
People-
legend.
What Greg is talking about, if you don't understand why they don't find things in the ground but coins, go watch Southern Nevada metal detectors. They dig coins, they pick up the relics off the ground.
Oh, really?
Because there's no rain, they don't sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're laying.
Same
I
here.
mean, I've seen them pick up old watches, old watch pieces,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff, just because it's just laying there.
Same. We just
That'd be
we get obviously get more rain than them.
Yeah, but it's the same deal. I mean, and the thing is, more traffic went through Southern California than Southern Nevada, so people picked up that stuff years ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we can't find those locks.
Because even though I'm from Northern California, I was from a place where there's like 275 hard rock gold mines. So you'd go around, you'd find pieces of track, the ball bearings that they used in the big pans to crush the ore, that kind of stuff. By the 80s, that was all gone. It was laying on the ground. Everybody picked it up.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Plugs. You said you weren't getting a Manicore. Oh no, that's right. It was the legend. Because
No, he got a legend and got rid of it right away. He didn't like it.
he said he didn't want to learn a new machine.
Yeah, wasn't that just a couple of weeks ago? He said, the 800 was good enough.
Yeah, exactly. Can't make his mind up. Maybe he did a little side job at the Manicore.
I feel like the Knox 6 or 800 is so much easier to navigate. Swifty can turn his on, and like 5 seconds later, he's off. About 15 seconds later, 20 seconds later, I'm still pressing buttons.
Oh,
Especially
on
the
Legend?
600.
Hey,
The 600 is nice and easy.
wait a minute, guys. I
What?
see something here that's funny. It says, who was it? Jim Steele. I don't even look at the numbers. I go by sound.
Yep.
Now, if anybody watches Paystreet Super Freak, he put out a video today. He ran into somebody. He's out of state, and he ran into somebody that was one of his subscribers, and he went to technical with the guy, and the guy used an old Fisher 1266 and then a Tesoro, and found, and Paystreet was using the XP Deus 2. The guy with the Tesoro and the Fisher found 5 rings
Oh,
on the
nice.
same day. Old analog machines just beep. Yeah, that's all they do.
Well, I mean, if you're going to dig every single beep, you're bound to find some good stuff eventually.
So
Well,
what you're
see, the thing is, people don't realize, even with a single beep, I mean, I have bad hearing, but I can hear the difference, even though it's a single beep. Is when you pass over certain objects with the old analog machines, it's the breaking sound they make when they pass it that is different, not the tone.
right?
So
I didn't know that.
a coin will sound different from, a silver coin will sound different from a piece of brass or a piece of iron. Just that breaking.
So
It's
you're-
hard. You got to learn to listen to it. But
Otis, you're saying it's a little harder to set up the Legend as opposed to the Knox? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I got both.
Oh, yeah. I mean, once you learn the legend, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's just trying to find the sentence. Like the Knox is pretty much straightforward.
Yeah.
You go to your iron filter because the iron filter's there. With the legend, you got to go to, I believe it's your recovery speed, then you got to hit pinpoint, and then that brings up 3 more options, and you got to cycle through them. It's just,
Yeah, you're
wow,
right.
Good
Marley,
person,
you can't
it's
carry a folded
overwhelming.
knife on you
What-
now in Canada? Hell, here in Tennessee, you don't even need a permit
I think-
for concealed carry revolver or pistol.
I think the only thing I mess with, Otis, is I do the I don't know what it's called, but it picks the best not the frequency, but so if you're detected with other people with other detectors,
frequency shift.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I do that, and then I do the ground balance, and then I'm done. That's it. Then I go.
Oh yeah, the factory settings. There's nothing wrong with them. I've seen a lot of people that just turn on and go, and they have amazing results.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like John Finders Keeper said, that the old Tesoro machines bad to the bone. They are too. Those are some great machines.
I think he has one, Bill. I think John has one.
He might or used to, if I remember right. One of the two. I think he used to have one.
Because he's been detecting a long time too, way longer than I have. I've only been detecting for 5 years.
And they're like any other machine. Even if you get a Tesoro or any analog, you want one that has ground balance. Otherwise, it cuts about half your depth off.
Hey, Mark, Ram Detecting.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, I have no idea about analog machines. That is,
Me either. I don't either.
They
I've seen them. I just
discriminate
never
better.
used them.
The analog machines discriminate better than digital machines. When you cancel something out on an analog machine, it's gone. You don't hear it. Not like you will with a digital machine. It just won't, most of them won't make a noise at all.
Yeah.
But
Now, I've got this old bounty hunter. I don't know if that's an analog machine or not, but it's literally you swing over it. It's got a little needle and it just goes beep.
that's analog.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's got
That's
some
the needle,
serious
that's
depth.
analog.
I had a Tajon Conquistador, Compadre, or Mojave.
Oh.
Man, these
John had the T-John Conquistador.
Tajon.
Yeah, the special edition Mojave would be a nice one, John. Those are great machines.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have to pay more than they were new, probably.
Oh, you can still get new ones, and yeah, they've really gone up in price since they no longer make them. But the nice thing about those is, since it's an old analog, you can take it to a place that fixes the radios, and they can fix them.
Mm. Well, that's cool.
So
So, how long have you been detected, Otis?
We like hardcore added most of the days. I'd say 6 months. I've owned my detector for a year, but I've hit it hard in the last 6 months.
So, what did you start with? The Simplex?
I actually started with the Garrett AT Pro, and within a month, the screen messed up on me. So I sent it back, got a refund because I don't think the screen should mess up within a month. And I was like, no, I'm not having this.
Right.
So when I got my money back is when I heard the Legend was coming out. But in the meantime, I ordered the Simplex because it was going to be a minute. So I used the Simplex for probably about 3 months. And then the Legend came out and I had enough money left over to get the Legend.
Nice.
That way I'd have two machines just in case
Right.
it messed up.
Yeah.
But I really like the Simplex. I learned it very, very quick and I wanted to upgrade pretty quickly. So that's why I got the Legend.
It's funny because all my buddies had the Fisher F2. So I got the Fisher with a pinpointer. It was $250, right? And that thing's really simple. And I didn't think I'd ever buy another machine. I thought, yeah, this is good. I'm fine. Yeah. Within a year, I was already looking at other machines. I ended up getting the Deus, the first Deus. That was
a really good machine.
it. Was. I didn't think I'd ever like another machine. I thought, man, I'll never get another machine to replace this. Then I got the Knox.
Fun with Dirt, that's a good machine. The Cutlass 2U Max Tesoro, good machine.
But I like all of them. I'll switch back. I have a Fisher F72. I'll go to that. I'll switch back to that just because I get tired of using the same one over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dennis, you got a GTA? Those are nice.
Fun with Dirt says the Deus is all he uses pretty much. Is it Deus 1 or 2, Fun with Dirt?
See where Lucky Jen just got a Deus too.
Who did?
I like those Go Finds because they collapse. They're small. You can
Which
throw them
one?
in your backpack and you're gone. But the only thing I didn't like about it was the pinpoint function.
Which one's that, Mark?
Dennis, he has the MindLab Go Find 60.
Oh, I have one of those too.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It was just that pinpoint function I didn't like.
Yeah. That was a cool machine. I liked it. I haven't used it forever. In fact, I forget I even have it. I haven't used it in a few years.
I sold mine a couple of years ago. Wish I didn't.
You know what? I kept it for kids. I thought it would be a good machine for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So, and some I've had kids use it. I like how for the price. I think it's a pretty good machine.
For the price, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was around $200 or something. 150. It was relatively inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
The Deus, so I think I was 1,400.
The first Deus?
Yeah,
Shoot.
it wasn't cheap. And then I wanted to get the smaller coil, so I got one off of eBay. Thank goodness, because a new one I think was like $300. Because a lot of the electronics are in the coil itself.
Yeah.
Since it's wireless, you know. And then if you ever lose that box, the control box, that's $800. So I won't be buying another Deus. I like it. I still use it all the, you know, but I won't buy another one.
Dennis paid $40 for the Go Fine and $50 for the GTA 400.
Nice.
Nice.
Deal.
Hey, I'm going to jump off, but I'll be in chat for a while, guys.
Okay, Mark.
All right,
See you
Mark.
later.
Thanks for
Good to
coming.
see
See you
you.
all later.
Bram, what are you going to put up for sale? Let people know.
That's like, you know, Dirty Coins, Bill, Tom. Dirty Coins.
Yeah.
He got a 900 and a Manticore.
Oh Lord.
A little overkill there.
I told him, oh, speaking of, that's funny. He posted something on Facebook right now. I'm laughing, but
Oh yeah. Like John, if I even the entry level machines, you're talking about the Quest. They have the X5, which is your basic turn on and go. Then the next step up is the X10, which you can save a program, and it's completely waterproof, $200, and it'll hit a Roosevelt dime at 10 inches. I mean, $200.
look at NorCal Digger, 1977. He still has his first Garrett coin shooter. Wow.
Yeah. 1977 was the year I started, but I had the Bounty Hunter Model 3.
I tell you,
The price of the Garrett.
I kicked myself. If we'd have started, because my buddy started about 2 years before me, right? If we'd have started 20 years ago, oh my goodness, the coins we would have had, oh, jeez, would have been unbelievable. So many places here got covered up. And we still,
Marlon's got 11 machines. Huh.
oh, gee.
Hey, Jeremy. Well, let's see. I got 4 right now, but I've had pretty close to 11 at a time. So,
Not me. I think I have 6. Are you drinking some iced tea there, Otis? I can tell.
I go through about 2 gallons a day.
Really? Oh, gee.
For some reason, ever since my health issues hit me about a year and a half ago,
What do
I
you
stay thirsty.
What do you got going on?
A laundry list. I got some issues with my brain with white spots, glaucoma, retinal vein occlusion. I got lung problems. I got heart problems.
Is it all stemming from one thing or just a multitude of things?
I'm not sure. We're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and you're not that old.
No, I mean, vocal cord disorder. I mean, a year and a half ago, I was healthy, working outside every day in the heat, extreme cold. And next thing you know, bam, all this hit me at once.
Wow. That's crazy.
oh, wow.
I can
So-
live with the rest of it. The heat intolerance is what I can't stand. If I get too hot, I start to pass out.
Oh no.
So when it's cold outside, I can metal detect for a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours. If it's warmer outside or hot outside,
So
um,
so what happened? What's the hottest you can take as far as heat tolerance?
it just depends on how much activity I do. Like going fishing, that's not too bad because I'm just sitting there.
Right.
I go fishing, sit in the shade, I'll be fine. Breeze blowing, I'm good to go. Metal detecting, on the other hand, I'd have to take a lot of breaks, and I'd have to take a lot of walks. When I start feeling it coming on about me blacking out, I gotta sit down and take a break.
Ooh, nice score, Marlon.
Yeah, that's not good.
John just said he saw the first Deuce on some site for $250 for a used one.
Wow. I would swoop on that. Yeah, well, see, with us, the older guy, I'm going to be 68 in just a couple of months. And just in 5 years, I can't believe how much I've slowed down in 5 years as far as detecting. Because I could go 5-6 hours before, now 2-3 hours, and then
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
and
3
then
hours, I'm done.
yeah, and we don't even detect because where I live in Southern California, it gets hot in the summer, right? So pretty much we detect from like November into June, and then that's it. We're from July until which is still pretty good because we our winter is when that's our detecting season here.
Do you have any other hobbies that you do during the summer when it's hot?
Yeah,
When you're
yeah,
not
fish.
working?
Yeah, fish. I go surf fishing,
Oh, yeah, I love surf fishing.
which I love because you never know what you're going to catch in the ocean.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you'll hook something that'll spool you. I've been spooled. I'm sure it was a shark.
Yeah, when I go surf fishing, I got these big old poles with big old reels on them.
Yeah,
I seen
We
one
used-
guy, he fought a fish for like an hour. I was like, holy cow. I mean, it was a big, I can't remember the fish, but he fought it for a while.
now we're just using usually like a 7-foot rod, and I usually have like 8 to 10 pound test Carolina rig with So what we use I use those Berkeley. I don't know if you've ever seen the sandworm.
Oh,
Berkeley
yeah.
sand. It's a Berkeley gulp sandworm. I think it's the
Are you
3
fishing
inch.
up the bank for like freshwater or saltwater?
Saltwater.
Oh,
Yeah, so we use it's called the sandworm because there's actually over here parts of California have sandworms in the sand at the beach. I've never seen one, but they're there. Or we use I think you guys call them sand fleas. We call them sand crabs.
yeah. Are you talking about like the little fish bites that you can peel apart?
The sand crabs or the sand fleas?
There's things that I use. I get them at Walmart. They're in a little blue pack, and they're called fish bites. And they got
No.
sand fleas, sandworms, bloodworms, squid, and it's like this little string that you can break off pieces and then hook on. And they work really well, for me at least.
The one I get, I get it at Walmart too. It's Berkeley gulp, and then it's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
yeah,
Mhm.
and it's the camo color, and then we use live sand crabs.
Oh, nice.
That's usually it. That's usually and then they have these crankbaits. We use crankbaits.
Oh, I
It's
got
the-
lots of those.
Do you?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm a heavy duty fisherman.
Oh,
I have a 10-pound Illinois bass to my name, and I live in Illinois, so that's quite an accomplishment in a lifetime.
that's a big bass.
Yes, it is. For Illinois, it's huge, and I ended up with 4 8s and that 10 in 37-month period. So I think I
Wow.
finally figured out how to bass fish pretty well. But I had an odd question. I found this the other day, so it's going to be hard for me to try to see it for you guys in the
Okay.
picture well. So I'm going to try to put it up in front of my face. Can you see that that's black 2 circle with a, yeah, I'm trying to swing left and right with a pin at the end of it.
Sometimes you might have to hold your hand up behind it for it to
Yeah,
focus.
and that's kind of what I was thinking. So let me try setting it down, and I'll put a 3x5 blank index card behind it, and that should help show it up, I think. But getting
Oh,
this
see you,
stinking,
Cynthia. Good to see
getting
you.
this stinking phone to set up is going to be a nightmare, apparently.
Nice, Cynthia.
Good night, Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hey,
See
Rob.
you, Cynthia. Anyway, I finally got that. All right, now here's a white piece of paper behind it.
Okay, there we
Here's
go.
a sideways view of it,
Love you,
All right.
Cynthia.
where it has 2 holes up there.
Yeah.
And that's just a triple bump trigger, what it looks like. And if you look at it this way, you can see the 3 bumps. But this part up here where the biggest single hole is split right down the center. So any idea at all? I thought maybe an old kind of weird piece
I'm going
of,
to push up solo for a second, Tony. So
Oh, there we go. That's better.
yeah, some machinery part or something.
Flip it
But right up
sideways
here where
again.
my finger is, there's a split.
Oh yeah, I see
And
that.
And then when you turn it sideways, there's just those 2 holes with a kind of a forward leaning. and
Yeah.
that bottom is triple bump. So I don't have a clue on earth what the heck it is.
Does it look old?
Not really, because it's solid black and it's not
looks-
that super heavy.
It
Not
looks like
lead, but it's
yeah,
a,
it looks-
it's a heavier than iron thing.
oh really? Because it looks
yeah, but-
machined.
Yeah, it's a machine part. I know that, no question. You
It's
couldn't get it
probably a
that good
trigger
otherwise.
for. It's a trigger for something, Tony, like a spray washer. You know.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at with it, but I wasn't certain, and I wanted to double check. That was the only thing that made any sense to me, was like a trigger for the wand of a spray gun.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that would cross my mind anywhere close to anything that made any sense. But I found that the other day in a 1981 whoop-de-doo nickel. But at least I got out of the stinking house and swung for a bit.
There we go.
Been a while. Way overdue. And it wasn't long enough of a hunt to even put on film.
No.
A whole bunch of crap, a nickel,
What?
and that little piece. That was
Oh,
it.
you're in Illinois. That's right. I was going to say,
Yeah.
where are you at again?
Hey.
Illinois.
Tons of garbage, a little bit of fines.
Oh, Marlon had a good point. That
Thinking
might be
it
from
did.
a folding scooter. I remember
did.
the scooters that would fold. It
Oh,
would have the
you know
latch
what?
on it.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
that you
Never
said-
thought
now
of
you
that.
said that, Otis, because I was seeing that. I
Your
was seeing that.
volume went down again.
The volume went
Yeah, I was
down.
going to say, his volume dropped way off.
Really? Again? Oh, goodness. All right.
Thank you,
back up.
Dennis. Take care. And
He
don't
might
forget,
do better with headphones. I don't know.
Dennis has that event
Oh, I
going
know.
on. Go check it out, guys.
I think I tried that. And that didn't help either.
Oh, okay. Is he live right now, Dennis?
No.
No, not right now, but it's going till the 17th of next month.
Oh, yeah. I
So,
remember seeing that the other day.
Later,
I
Dennis.
think it shocked him I
Coming by.
showed up on his live because he got in a disagreement with me calling BS on something that I knew, God bless it, good and well, I had that many rods in the truck. He called BS, and I went and took a picture and proved it, and he never said I'm sorry, ever. And I'm like, dude, all you had to say was I'm sorry. You know, you made a mistake. No big deal. I can get over it. And I got over it. I don't subscribe to him. I just go see his lives when he has them.
So you're in Illinois. So did you grow up in
Yeah, how
Illinois?
you doing?
You lived there
Yes,
your
sir.
whole. You lived there your
Yeah.
whole life.
Yeah, I've been to Florida hunt 7, and I've been to Okeechobee twice. Other than that, I don't get much out of state except 2006 Bassmaster weekend fishing tournament in Iowa. I finished one place out of the money and would have finished in third if the stupid boater wouldn't have thrown away the wrong fish. He
Hey,
tossed.
Tony, read the comments.
I can't see him, sir.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Dennis said he has apologized to you several
several
times.
times.
I have not seen any of that, but
he said he was
I'll
glad to
accept it. I'll accept it as that.
He
Since
said
you
he
guys
was glad,
saw it, that's good
glad to
enough.
see you there. He said glad
Yeah,
to see you
it-
there, Diggs.
Good enough. You know, I wasn't really pissed. I
Yeah,
was just
Gary, I know.
aggravated. You know.
So are you in Southern Illinois?
Nope, right dead center.
Okay,
1 hour
so-
south of Champaign.
So what I'm trying to figure out is, how do you end up with a Southern accent in Illinois?
I sound like I'm from Texas, but I grew up here my whole life. That's what
You know, I
everybody
have
tells me.
I have friends like that in California. You have any friends like that, Bill? They grew up in California and they have a Southern accent. I can't figure that
Oh, I had a guy. I worked with a guy, and I knew him for years, that was born in Bakersfield, but he had an Oklahoma accent.
That's what I mean. I
Oh
have
yeah.
friends from
And I asked him one day, I said, "You from Oklahoma?" He goes, "No, I was born in Bakersfield." I went, "Really?"
because
Because I couldn't read or write. So,
well, it's funny because I have two buddies that are born and raised in California, but they're cowboys, and I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why
Yeah,
They have
differential
Southern
accent.
one,
cowboys.
What was that about 1, Bill?
what?
It looked like you threw up and said a finger and said something about number 1 or something
No, I
like
said
that.
hello, Juan.
Oh, Juan.
Malaysia metal
Okay.
detector. His name is Juan.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I can't see the chat at all, and I don't know why.
Go to comments.
Too
Or
many
look on your phone.
Gunsmoke episodes.
You got a phone right there, Mr. Diggs?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh.
using. If I click chat, I might be able to see it, but
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's going to kick me out if I do that. No big
Well,
if
you
it
could
does.
do it on the. You can do it on your computer too, where it says comments.
Oh yeah, I see comments at the top. Chat is not showing. My
Not
camera
private
took
chat,
me
but go to
out, so
comments.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump back out. I just wanted to show that piece and see if anybody knew what it was.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah. That I think Otis was right. I recognize
Yeah.
that thing.
JD,
Yeah, it
hello.
kind of does look familiar.
Because you like flip it down and then twist it, right? Or twist it and then flip it down, right, Otis? To tighten it like the
Yeah, that,
steering.
yeah. Marlon made that suggestion, and as soon as he said it, it clicked.
Yeah.
Oh
Bicycle
yeah.
Crap
seat.
clicks when it hits right, don't it?
That makes sense. Losing something like that out anywhere. I used to find bicycle tools all the time.
Metal AF. Hello, Metal AF.
That's JD.
All right, JD.
There it
Hello,
is.
JD.
Hey, I see Rob's in the chat. I was gonna pop this on camera and show him. Found this in some change. 1979 S proof penny.
Oh, nice.
What?
Oh, sweet.
See how the mirror finish?
Yeah, I mean,
That's wild.
oops.
You get that out of a change machine?
Nice, Otis.
Yep. They just found it in some pocket change. Apparently, they didn't release these into circulation, so it's very hard to find them in change. And I found one in change.
So I wonder how it ended up.
Before I forget,
Yes.
is anybody in here watch Get the Beep Out? Has a metal detecting channel?
No.
Well, anyways, if anybody is in here that watches him, he was doing Sunday nights. He was doing a thing where you sent in a picture of your fives and they were doing voting on it stuff. I haven't seen him in a month. I was wondering how he's doing, if anybody knew. I mean, I know he's real busy because he owns a fencing company, but
Huh.
I hit him up a couple times, but I haven't heard back from him.
I'm not familiar with the channel.
I'm not either. I don't think I've ever heard it.
Diana or NorCal,
Oh.
have you guys heard anything about him? Because he hasn't been doing his Sunday night show. I know he was busy with work and couldn't there for a while, but I'm just hoping that's all it is. Yeah, Juice would know. Look at old Juice.
So are you still able to work, Otis?
Fortunately, no.
So are you on disability?
Oh, he was sick. Okay, Tony.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty much house ridden. I use metal detecting just to get outside and exercise, and I can only do that for about 2-3 hours with breaks in between. And after that, I'm done, and I got to recoup for like a day or two.
So what did you do for work?
I worked for a funeral home. That was my last job, and I was working my way up the ranks in it. And then all this happened. I actually got a promotion right before all this happened, and I had to quit.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
'Cause
So how are you
basically,
surviving?
help with
Really?
friends, family. I pretty much sold everything I had.
Good night, Dave.
I had like a extra vehicle, trailers, guns, you name it. I've sold it. The only thing I haven't sold are these fishing poles and that metal detector, more or less.
Because you got to keep something. Plus, what is the
Down again, Greg.
What's that?
Volume went down again.
What is the deal with this stupid thing? Yeah, what's a few $100 gonna make a difference? So might as well keep it. Get your little bit of exercise that you can.
Oh yeah. I mean, over the years, I've collected so much junk, and then I've been putting it on like Mercari and eBay and Amazon and stuff like that, and people buy it. So that helps.
John says that's terrible, Otis. Hope you get well soon.
Thank you.
Hey, night PA. Now, what's PA Relic Hunter's name? What's his
Dave.
name? What is it?
Dave.
Dave. Night, Dave. Hey, Dave's not home. Remember Cheech and Chong?
No,
No.
Dave's not here.
Yeah, Dave's not here. Dave's not here. That's way before your time, Otis.
No, I remember the movie.
They used to have a record. That's where they started. They had records, no movies.
Oh,
They did, yeah. So that one of they did skits on records, you know. So what? And one of them was this one about Dave. Yes.
I remember it from the Cheech and Chong movie.
Yeah.
Dave's not here, man.
Yeah. So they did. Yeah. So then they did it. They did it.
Okay. Otis, Diana's asking, did you use the hunt? Whatever that means.
Like hunt deer or
I don't know.
Gonna
hunt
have
as a metal detecting or
You're gonna have to clarify your question there, Diana.
Yeah, Diana, that's it. Otis, did you use the hunt? I mean, that's,
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and clarify now. I'm not the brightest crown in the box.
So Dave,
yes,
Oh,
hunt deer.
Yeah. I when it's cold outside and I actually have somewhere to go, I will hunt deer. Yeah.
yeah, you guys have whitetail, right?
Mhm.
I know it's good eating.
Oh yeah. I'm just I'm not a diehard hunter, but
Right.
if I get a chance to go, I will.
Yeah,
I
I
mainly,
tried it. I realized I couldn't shoot a deer.
Oh, it don't bother me at all.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I tried.
Brucellosis.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, no. I'll keep that in mind. From what my doctor has said, you know how people when they see the sight of blood or needles, they pass out and faint.
Right.
Mhm.
Apparently, the same thing can be caused by heat. So when I get too hot, the same thing happens, and I start to pass out and faint.
That is crazy.
Mhm.
Hey, I worked with a guy years ago. The sight of blood made him pass out.
Mhm.
So and
Basically,
he
the
was a
same
cook.
thing. It's just mine is heat.
Yeah, he was a cook. Every now and then he'd nick himself and he'd have to sit down. But he went to take skin diving lessons so he could get certified. And they're talking about sharks and blood. And another person told me about it. No blood was seen, but the talk of it made him pass out. He's sitting at his desk and passed out.
Gosh.
And then he's sitting there talking about hunting one day. I go, what are you going to hunt? I go, the sight of blood makes you pass out.
Noodles too? Just Diana, blood does not bother me, but noodles do. Ooh.
Meals.
Barbecued ribeye. Didn't you do that last time? Didn't plug? Seems like he said he did ribeye before. Needles. Oh, needles. Okay, that makes better
Yeah.
sense, Diana.
You can have your ribeye plugs. I'll take a nice thick elk steak or some venison jerky or sausage.
Well, I'll never forget my wife when she was delivering our first son. I was sitting, she's in this, in the thing, the delivery with her legs up, and I'm facing right into it, right? And every night, Plague says every night he has it. She said, see what she said, Otis?
Yeah, I'm searching it on my phone now. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Neither have I.
So every night, Plugs must be nice, But anyway, she was delivering her first, so she's all swollen from pushing. The doctor comes in right behind me, doesn't tell me what he's going to do, and he takes a needle, puts it in there, and gives her a shot for the pain, and blood kind of squirts out first. I'm like, what the heck? And then he does the episiotomy right in front of me. Doesn't tell me that he's doing it. I about fainted. I was just like, "Are you kidding?" And then I told him, "I go, you couldn't warn me. You couldn't tell me. I would have looked away."
Yeah, I go to the doctor soon. I'll mention that.
That's the basic name. Send it off to California to get yourself checked. Wonder where in California you'd have it done.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever had deer meat here from Virginia because I haven't really hunted much. But I've got a buddy that sends deer jerky from Alabama up to here. So, I mean, there's no telling.
The carnivore diet. Nice
Right,
plug.
bugs. Eggs.
So you're
bacon,
not
everything.
from Virginia originally, Otis?
I was born in Virginia, lived here till I was about 12, and was pretty much raised in Alabama, and moved back to Virginia about 4-ish years ago.
Diana, 1 in 100 would not be rare.
I had my sister-in-law was from Alabama,
Oh, what
Huntsville.
part?
Huntsville.
Oh, Huntsville, yeah. I've been there a time or two.
Yeah, Marty, you're right. Wink, wink. I know exactly what you're saying, Marty. That's funny. Yeah, my brother was stationed there. He was in the Army, so he was stationed in Huntsville, and then he met his wife.
Yeah, Huntsville's actually a pretty nice place. They
It's a big aerospace, right?
yeah, they got like a NASA center there.
Yeah.
One of the people I used to work for doing like side work, she was one of the head honchos that would, I think she helped develop like space rockets and stuff like that, or spaceships and stuff like that. I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She showed me all sorts of blueprints and stuff. I mean, it was pretty cool. She was super smart.
It's just funny because, my brother got married and it was like 60, 64 or 65. So I was a kid and I barely knew where Alabama was. And then I tell people about Huntsville, and then it's funny, as time went on, I'd hear more and more about it, more and more. Then I found out, it's big aerospace. And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, like I think the biggest towns are Huntsville, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, and like Mobile are the big ones that people hear about.
Not to mention all the national championships they won.
Oh yeah, because you got Auburn and the University
Yeah.
of Alabama in one state, and they're just rivalries.
But now you got Georgia's come on, and yeah, it's really, I think their reign may have finally come to an end. They won enough championships.
Oh yeah, man, you couldn't go near Tuscaloosa. I lived an hour away from Tuscaloosa. When it come game day, you couldn't get
Forget
near
it.
Tuscaloosa. There'd be people along the highway just camped like in the median, waiting for game day.
Wow.
It was unreal.
My thing is, I always wanted to go. Well, I wanted to go to Florida. Oh, the volume went down again.
Blind melon. Oh,
I always wanted to go to Florida or Alabama to go fishing, bass fishing. That was always my dream.
I don't know which one has the bigger bass. I did quite a bit of freshwater fishing in Alabama. Nothing too serious, just here and there. But I've seen some decent.
Okay, Diana.
I've seen some decent bass, like big bass, caught in Alabama.
Well, we have a lake here in Northern California that has huge bass. Clear Lake. I don't know if you've ever heard of that lake. Oh, they catch. It might be in the whole country. I think maybe more like 10-pound plus bass have been pulled out of the lake than like any other lake.
Holy
It's
crap.
insane, and it's a natural lake. That's a thing, which is rare. In California, we have a lot of reservoirs.
Mhm.
Cheech and Chong references. They were funny. when they were in their prime. David, right? David's Metal AF? No, did I get that wrong, Bill?
What grade?
Is Metal AF, is that David?
JD.
JD. Oh, okay.
PA was Dave.
Yeah, they were hilarious in their prime. So do you besides Squeak, who else do you detect with? Anybody else?
I detect with Swifty, and then my buddy just got into metal detecting, and he's just figuring out the simplex. And I told him when he gets some time and some on his off days, he can come join us. But other than that, that's about it. There's a lot of people here that metal detect, but they want to keep to themselves, like hush hush, real secret. And,
Right.
You ain't getting on my spots, type deal.
I detect with three brothers, so we're all in our 60s except for Larry. He's like 74, and he's the guy that finds. This guy has a sixth sense about finding sites using historic aerials. He's unbelievable. I look at it and I can't find it. I said, I don't know what you see. I can't see it. He finds these places. It's unbelievable.
If you know what you're looking for, you can find them pretty easily. There was a site that I didn't think would hold anything, and I ended up finding the 1700s Tomback button. And I showed Swifty, and he was like, "Oh crap!" He goes, "Well, where was that?" So I sent him the aerial view, and there was another piece of property owned by someone else, and he zoomed in on it. He goes, "There's a house site right there." So sure enough, I called the guy. It was a hunting property. He said, "Oh yeah, have at it. Just let me know when you go." Sure enough, where Swifty pointed on the map, we walked right to house site. Man, that is crazy.
I just can't see him, John. He says, click on it and you'll see it aerials. I click on it on aerials and I don't see it. So what he does is he grids. He just starts an area and just grids it. And then once he finds a place that looks like it had a structure, he goes to Google Earth and then prints it up. And then we drive out to see if it's accessible. Because basically here, anywhere there's no signs that say no trespassing, we can just go in. And
Yeah,
so
that's like that here.
yeah. So then, and then what I didn't realize until John Finders Keepers told me is like where he lives, like every other site's just been hammered, whereas we're going to places where no one's ever been. We're the first ones.
Oh yeah,
So-
that is very rare here to find a piece of property that hasn't been hit.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So what I told my buddies is, because I watch let's see, Hoover Boys and Quarter Hoarder, and then I don't know if you ever watched this kid. It was Down South. I think he was Down South Detectorist or something. He was really cool. And then I watched Dig That Beep too, also. But I watch all these other channels, and what I told my buddies is, I said, nobody has the volume that we have. I mean, we find it's unbelievable. Well, and before I started detecting with them, right, they had found this old mine site, right? So he took all his videos down because there was one knucklehead that would just write them all the time, and he just was tired of hearing this guy. And I go, you should have never let the guy do that to you, So anyway, they found, let's see, 300, 450 coins in.
Holy crap!
That's what I mean. And they were Indian heads, V nickels, large cent. What it was a mine site from the 1890s, and at its peak, it had 3 shifts. They had shifts running just 24 hours, and it was one of the largest, or it might have been the largest gold mine at the time here in Southern California. But it was unbelievable. I mean, that's insane. So I think my record, 80 something is the most coins I've found in one hunt, one site.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd be lucky if I find one coin.
Let me tell you let me tell you what happens when you're into it at about 30, 35 coins. You start to get tired. you start to get tired. You're like, oh, another Indian. Oh, okay, another. That's what I mean.
Oh, it wasn't a lot of old stuff, but I found almost 400 coins in one spot.
See,
Yeah, it's called Coinsville Hill in my videos, Otis. So
Good
it's a 10
lord.
by 10 foot area on the side of a hill off a trail through a park. Like somebody dumped a purse out or something. Just tons of coins.
I don't know if you'll have to check out my channel, Otis.
I'm with you, NorCal. I quit watching it too for that reason.
I think I found like 14 coins since I started. Like actual keepers that change, like regular modern clad coins. I got a whole
Right.
jar full, but stuff that is older, like 14-ish.
I think it was my first or second year. I probably got, I don't know, 400 or 500
Thanks,
coins.
Nathan. You remember those? Yeah, found a lot of coins there.
I think the most. So my best day for Indians, I got like 20. It was like 21 or 22 one day. It was that same site, that old mine site.
Mhm.
But I found a 3-cent nickel there. We found some unbelievable coins there. Large cent, half barber halves. What else? Oh, shield nickels. Just what we don't get is we don't get the really old U.S. coins. We've never cap bust or stuff like that. Nothing.
Greg, or
Yeah.
Otis, are you guys subscribed to Dog is My Co-Pirate?
Who?
Dog is My Co-Pirate, Raw Cunning, Montana. He's in the chat.
I don't know.
I
Hey,
don't think
plugs.
so.
Hey, you want to see somebody that finds some awesome relics? Subscribe to his channel.
I think
What was the name again? So I can remember it.
Dog is My Co-Pirate, Relic Hunting, Montana.
Okay,
Just-
yeah, I'll check it out. I'll do it on my phone here in a second and subscribe.
I tell you,
That's right.
Nathan has found
Yeah,
some
exactly. You're
That's
right,
awesome.
John. 2 inches. Plugs. We don't do real good on the silvers. I might get in a year. I think the best I may have gotten is, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20, maybe silvers in a year. That's one thing. It's not like we get the silvers.
Yeah, John. Of course, they're only 2 inches deep in Southern California. The soil's like rock down there. Of course,
I
it's
know.
like that in Northern California too.
He's-
So,
He's messing with us.
I know.
I think this is my.
Even after a good rain, you might get 3 or 4 inches.
No, what is that? What is that, Otis?
Drake bust large cent.
That's pretty good.
My first one, I about crapped myself when it popped out of the hole.
I remember my buddies.
Plugs, careful. That's a sore subject. They've been accused of that.
But
That's right. Hey, Plugs, you can say that. It doesn't bother me in the least. Otis, because of where we live, we hardly get any rain, right? Or snow or anything. So our coppers will come out just just beautiful. I mean, I've got some Indians that look like they were just minted, but we've been accused of, planting our coins, obviously. And I live dig every coin I pull up. So
that's what a lot of people don't realize. Depending on where you're at, your type.
that's the thing.
Coins come out great. That's like this silver quarter I popped out of the ground.
Yeah.
Actually in pretty good shape, and everyone goes, "Oh, you planted that?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." And here's that old.
I got 40. You got. What is that? Is that a knife? Nice. That's something I haven't found yet. A really decent old pocket. I've found some, but nothing, nothing worth. That's a lot of silvers. Plugs 40. That's John's the one that gets a lot of silvers.
Denise, hello.
Denise Kidder. Hey, Denise, how you doing? Finders keepers. What did you
Thanks
find?
for stopping by, Denise.
Oh, is that the thing you were talking about? The adjuster?
Yeah, that came out beautiful. It actually, the adjuster, you can see it, it still moves.
Nice.
I was kind of surprised of where I found this. We went to a field and me and Swifty hunted probably for an hour and a half. I'm talking about dead silent, no trash, no nothing, no beeps. And right in the middle of the field, that popped out.
Well, my problem is the very first place they took me to, I didn't even know if I'd like detecting. The very first place they took me to, within 5 minutes, I found an Indian that had an 1880. Indian. That was it. I was hooked. I was like, what? This is crazy.
You know, some spots you think, oh, you know, you're going to find some decent stuff. And then that ends up being like the holy grail hot spot. And you're just blown away by the stuff you're finding.
Exactly. Well, we found a spot. It was an old mine that was a town, but they mined clay, and they used that to make the sewer pipes, and then roof tiles, and then brick.
Wow, John, you're older than I thought you were.
And we found
Your best year was 203.
we probably found. I think by the time we were done, 6 months of detecting this place, we probably found a couple of thousand coins.
Holy
It was
crap.
it was unbelievable. That's the place where I got 80 coins. Was my best day. It was there. And one of the coolest things I've ever found. It's a first day, 1893 Chicago World's Fair token.
Oh, I love tokens.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Hey, where's Rob? By the way, Bill, what's going on with Rob?
I don't know.
Did he disappear because he was on here and then he's. What
Could
was
be
that?
doing something. I mean,
What did John say? His best year was 2003? Oh,
Well,
no, my best year was.
I don't know whether he meant 203 coins or the year 203. Because if it's the year 203, you're older than 41, John.
Wait a minute. John, you got to clarify your comment there. I know he's 41, but 203 coins. Oh, yeah.
Well, 203 coins is easy, but if it was the year 203, pretty damn old, John.
First of all, I know he's found more than 203 coins in 1 year. We know that.
You might be talking about silvers in 1 year.
That
Yeah,
203 silver. See, I told you. That guy that's more than all of us put together in 5 years of
Oh, hey,
Oh, yeah.
Brad, doggone it, Dep Spader out of Canada, Brad, he hit 600 1 year.
Wow.
Woo.
It was pretty close to 600.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like I watch B Higgles. In his area, nobody metal detects. Like he is pretty much the only one. It's very rare if he ever sees anybody else out doing the same thing. He finds all sorts of stuff because he's the only one out there metal detecting.
Well, that's how it used to be where I used to live, and then all of a sudden everybody and their brother started detecting.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, actually, that's not true. In the early 60s, there was a lot of detectors. Guys that had mining claims also used detectors. In the off season, they'd hit the parks, but that slowed down. And for 20 something years, there was 25, 30 years, there was nobody else detecting. And all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, them were the golden years for the people that kept doing it. I mean, they could go out and have an awesome day because, like you said, they were the only ones out there doing it. Now everybody and their brother and the mother's doing it.
Who said 600? I missed that one. Did you see who said 600, Bill?
Yeah. Dep Spader. I think it was
Wow.
2019 or 2020. He got close to 600 silvers.
Oh, that is unbelievable.
It was also the same year he not only got that many silvers, he got 3 gold coins and an old purse out metal detecting in the woods.
And then
Oh, wow.
Jim Still said he got 89, 3 silver rings and 1 gold ring.
Nice.
Yeah, silvers just isn't. That's not our big.
I know I kind of like beach detecting more here because there's so many places where people visit frequently and drop a whole bunch of stuff. So, I mean, it's not, out of the way to find a silver ring, gold ring, earring, chains, jewelry, you name it. And you could go back in the next, like in a month or so, and just keep finding stuff. So I'm kind of partial to the beach around here because we have so much history in our area. Everybody owns a metal detector.
Right.
There's been times I'd call and try to get permission to metal detect, and oh yeah, we've had 5 other metal detectors out here, and you're welcome to come and try your luck. And I'm like, dang.
Yeah. See, where we here in California, 99% of the detectors are at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why we get so many coins, because we have no competition. There's some clubs, that are in other towns, but I don't know if the guys know how to detect, because we've actually gone into the towns where their clubs are and we found coins. So what I did is I got friends with like 4 of the historical societies here. I got to know the presidents. So then they actually got me in to turn me on to places. And then we were able to go in. In fact, so one, right, it was a lady that was on the board of like directors from the historical society. So I never actually met her, but I talked to her on the phone. And she's like 80, but she grew up, in the area. So she like knows where all the farms are and stuff. So she goes, "Do you know about the old cemetery, the original cemetery?" "No." I go, "Where's that at?" So she tells us, it's just a field behind a 7-Eleven where all the homeless hang out, syringes and, beer cans. And so anyway, we went and we spent about an hour there in the field, right? And one of my buddies found a seeded dime, but that was it. We didn't find one other coin, right? The next year we went back. The next year, the same site, right? And my one buddy Larry got a Morgan silver dollar, but we probably ended up pulling out of there 200 Indian heads, and then a trime. And so what it was the original cemetery from the 1800s, but they moved all the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think about it. People are visiting the graves. They're putting their hands in their pockets. They're doing that. They're pulling stuff out. They're dropping coins all over the place. So yeah, we ended up doing pretty good there.
Yeah. That's why I like talking to the older generations here, because kind of like what you said. This used to be such and such. It's a field now, and nobody knew about it. There's a guy right down the road had a field, and the only reason I got permission for that field is because there was an old general store like within throwing distance. Nothing in the field. We found a couple good things, but that was about it. But the lady was telling me the old church that's across the street, which is, I forgot how far it goes back. She said across the street there used to be the old ball field where everybody used to play ball and the kids used to play, and now it's just a cornfield. So I was like, ooh. So I'm trying to figure out who owns that so I can give them a call and like, hey, can I metal detect that before y'all plant crops?
Marty, I never thought about that. You're probably right. Oh. I never thought about that, Marty, but you're probably right. Marty said they used to picnic at cemeteries.
Oh,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Since I was in the funeral business, like Spanish people, when someone would pass away, they would spend like upwards of 2 days in the cemetery, like having like a party. Like the whole family's out there, the drinks, barbecue, the grill going, getting drunk, smoking. I mean, it's crazy.
The Irish call
Things
that
I've
awake.
seen. Whew.
What's
The
up?
Irish call that awake, and it goes on for 3 days.
Here's the other thing that's cool about where we live, Otis. So Larry found a spot using MineDat. You've heard of that, right, Bill? MineDat.
Yeah.
So it'll show you where old mine sites were, right? So he goes, "Hey, I found this spot where there was supposed to be an old mine. He goes, the only thing is we have to go through some construction, a construction zone, and then kind of walk over to where, it was. So we get over there. You know what it was? It was I'd say about a 20-foot deep hole that was about 40 feet wide. That was it, right?
Yeah.
And some corrugated tin. And that's where I found my Morgan silver dollar. We ended up finding probably 400 or 500 coins there.
Wow.
But why? This little hole, that was the mine site. Why were there so many coins?
Oh, there's no telling.
How
Tell
are
you
these
why,
guys-
because in the old days, a lot of those miners, if the mine was shut down because it just petered out, they'd actually throw coins in it to save them.
Ah,
They didn't trust banks back then. And if everybody knows the mine's no good, nobody bothers to go in there.
now see what I'm thinking is these guys would have a pocket full of change, right? And then they'd be working their tails off, and then they'd wear holes in their pants, and then but why is there change all over the place, Bill? Why is it spread all over? It's not just in the hole, it's
Well,
all over the area.
on little mines maybe, but on the bigger mines, you didn't have anything in your pocket because they weighed you going in and out to make sure you weren't stealing anything.
Oh, okay.
So, but most of the time it's, maybe somebody went back in there and started digging. It could be out, or just people messing around out there. But if you can, you'll find the coins in a mine shaft too. A lot of the times. There's one guy in Northern California. In his lifetime, he threw something like 475,000 pennies down a mine shaft. Once they dug them all out.
There's a YouTuber I watch. He's like 50 or 51, but he explores abandoned mines all in Nevada, Arizona, and California. And he gets to some big sites, and I keep going, man, I'd love to tag along with this guy because no one detects. They're just exploring the mine, and I'm thinking, oh man, take a detector. Who knows what you can find?
Yeah.
Wow, he got 13 rings, 1 gold last video, a couple silvers.
Nice.
I know I'm Metal AF Detecting. I know I'm subscribed to him. Let me see. It is hard to remember everybody you're subscribed to.
Oh,
Well, that's what I was going to say.
begin
So I don't know
remember
if
everybody.
you don't have to subscribe to my channel, but check it out, Otis. If you're not, you can. We've done pretty good.
Yeah, I'll check it out. With my page growing and stuff like that and people interacting, I try my best to keep up with everybody.
That's what I mean. I can't
Yeah.
keep up.
Like I can do the shorts real good because I can back to back and like and comment, but the longer videos, I'll put them up on my TV and I'll watch the videos and do a thumbs up. But
So, Deej, was
kinda
it a
hard
good
to keep up
meeting?
with everything.
Hey, Deej.
Hey, Deej. Yeah, that's pretty wild about the mine. I wish we had places around here. And now, years ago, there could have been, but most of the places around here are hunted out.
Yeah, we got, like I said, most of our best places have been old mines. Just unbelievable.
I don't know if we have any mines around here. That would probably be closer to maybe the Appalachian Mountains.
Nice, Deej.
We have a lot of like history and stuff around here.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I know. Squeak was saying, you guys, they have a lot of rules over there because of where all the history.
Oh yeah, but a lot
but
of people like rogue detectorists and stuff like that would destroy land, leave holes open. So a lot of the people I call, as soon as I mention metal detecting, they say, nope, we allowed a couple people out here that destroyed the land. We just hard no, never again. I'm like, man.
That stinks.
Mhm.
Deej just took first place in token category at her club meeting.
Oh,
Nice.
She took first place in what?
Token category at her club meeting.
Oh, nice.
What kind of token was it? I'd like to know. Love tokens.
Jim, nice. You found a Morgan in your curb strip right across the street where you work. Wow, that's pretty crazy.
I agree with Buckle Boy too. He said some folks use that as an excuse to say no.
He said what?
Some folks use that as an excuse to say no.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, we have a secret. I have a secret weapon. You know, like I said, I got a buddy that's a deputy sheriff. So we go a lot of places where no one else can go.
Oh,
And then he's
Friday,
really
we
good
have
for
a
talking.
video on it.
That's like most of the parts here you can't metal detect. I got in contact with the head honcho at the Parks and Rec. They have absolutely no idea about metal detecting. So me and Swifty are actually talking to this lady, seeing if we can change the ordinance to allow metal detecting in the parks, like maybe require a permit that you have to sign with all the rules and regulations on it, so you can't play stupid when you go out there and get caught, or have like where you can coin probe or just stay away off the athletic fields, but allow people to still hunt the parks for change and
Right.
rings
Yeah.
and stuff. But we mentioned a couple things, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know nothing about that." You know, she didn't know nothing about handheld metal detectors or coin probes or the little handheld diggers
Right.
versus using the big shovels in the park. So I think when that time comes, we're gonna actually take our equipment to the meeting and show all these people the equipment and how we would go about hunting parks, so they can set the rules and regulations and possibly allow the good detectorists to go out there and enjoy the park like everybody else. So hopefully we can get that changed around. We're going to call it Swifty's Ordinance.
Hey, Jim, that's pretty unbelievable. See what Jim said? He's gotten 4 Morgans and 3 peace dollars. That's pretty crazy.
Oh, nice.
Good night,
Well, see you,
Denise. Thanks
Denise.
for stopping by.
Yeah, good to see you. Tej, I don't know if you heard. I said hello. I just want to double check to make sure I don't want her to think I was blowing her off. Where did Tom Riley? Yeah, where did Rob? I think he left, Bill.
Must have.
That isn't like him to come on and then just leave. Maybe something came up and he had to leave.
Oh, more than likely. I'll find out.
Plus, I wonder if there was any more, when he got hit, if he was feeling any more pain. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days. So,
I mean, that was scary when he was talking about that car flying straight at him.
Did you see the short where he was driving and like this knife punctured his tire and like went all the way through and blew his tire out?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, what did Plug say? Oh, my first ever silver coin was a 22 peace dollar. Really, Plugs? What a first silver coin to find.
It'd be nice.
That's pretty good. I like Buckle Boy. I like the name Buckle Boy.
Oh, he finds bucket listers like we find pull tabs.
Yeah.
He's got some unbelievable videos, but I mean, he puts in the work. He does the research. He does the scouting. I mean,
Buckle Boy?
Yeah.
I don't know is that the name of his channel?
Yeah.
Yep. Buckle Boy, LA. He's in Louisiana.
Buckle Boy metal detecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a man that puts in the hours for research and finding sites and taking his time, and it pays off greatly for him.
You said Buckle Boy LA.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, Buckle Boy.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, I'm subscribed to him. That's the problem when you've subscribed to so many. I'll have to check that out. It's just trying to remember everybody.
Yeah, he's the guy, like if I find something that I don't know about or a history, or like if I don't know a date range, I can show him a picture and I mean, he can give me a ballpark. Oh yeah, that was made in such and such, and it was used for this and this. I mean, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to like relics and whatnot.
I'll tell you that Dennis, he finds some unbelievable coins.
Oh yeah. Well,
Which
New York. New
Yeah.
York State's full of history, I think, and coins and everything.
I still, we talked about what's his name, the Diggin' Duo, right? We've talked about them. I still watch the channel. I just like, okay, whether whether they plan it or not, I'm still going. It's I'm pretty easily entertained.
Mhm. I also like watching Mark. That boy finds so many Civil War bullets. That is like at the top of my bucket list as a 3-ringer. And every short I see, 3-ringer, 3-ringer, 3-ringer. I mean, that is a hot spot for sure.
Bill, how long? What time are you getting off at? Your stream? When are you?
Oh. Probably 10. Well, 10 Central. So
What is
which
it?
is
9:30 there? Or?
yeah, it's
9:30 here. Yeah.
Okay.
Greg.
7:30 here.
7:30.
So 10:30 here.
Really?
Yep. Mhm.
Oh, that's right, because you're Eastern.
Yeah. Or maybe sooner.
I'm starting to run out of steam.
Me too.
I know. Well, we've been on. It's been an hour and 41 minutes. That's a pretty.
That's pretty long. I think I will call it, guys.
And no Rob.
And no Rob.
See, if we had Rob, he usually comes in about halfway through the stream, and then he picks it back up.
Yeah.
But did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the episode of when they have Mike Douglas's set?
Yeah.
And so Kramer goes, well, we've bottomed out. Remember, because they had nothing to talk about. They're looking at each other, him and Newman. And then he goes, well, what is it? We've officially bottomed out.
Ram detecting 1,500 bullets in that area.
Wow.
That's a lot of Civil War bullets.
Don't know, Deej. He was in the chat when he left, so.
Yeah, we were wondering the same thing, Deej. He came on and then disappeared. Oh.
He fell asleep in the chair.
He fell asleep in the. Hey, that explains a lot. Well, get on here, Rob, because we were just about ready to leave. But you could pick it back up if you want.
Yeah, I'm getting about ready to shut down, Rob. I'm beat.
I don't know if it's going around, but it seems like everybody here recently just feels like crap.
Well, Rob's probably still feeling crap from that accident, so I understand that.
Oh yeah.
Coffee, Rob, coffee. Coffee Marty says coffee. Oh, he's pretty beat too. So maybe that's the hint.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it then. I need some rest.
All right, sounds good, Bill. Thanks for coming on. Hey, Otis.
Coming up, Greg. Otis, thanks for coming up.
Good seeing everybody.
With
Thanks for having me. See you, everybody.
And then good to see everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Everybody have a good week.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here, as always.
Get out there and detect if you can.
Yep.
We'll see you, Rob. See you Sunday, hopefully.
Good night, everyone.